back to the final live feed for this afternoon. I'll be back at 6 o'clock p.m. to continue on this journey through the top 50 underrated classic albums. Hope that I've been going over for a while. So now to number 6. The sixth underrated classic album of all time is 3 Times Dope, original Stylin off of Average Stick Records. I think it definitely was an original Stylin kind of album. It was original, it was different because the EST is the front man of the group. This group came out in I think I might be wrong about the year it came out. I think it came out in 1988. I think I made a mistake putting 1989. It came out in 1988. So let's check the actual date when it came out. Yeah, 1988. So that debut album came out in 1988. It was originally issued locally in Philadelphia. The record gained significant traction and was re-released globally in the spring of 1989. This album came out in 88. Don't know the date, but it came out in 88. It came out in 88, not 89. That's why I made a mistake and put it in the book when I put the book together. Anyway, it was released in 88. And these guys were different. You know, Robert Walker, Walter Griggs, Durwood, Beale. Yeah, I was dead wrong putting 1989. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, songs like Funky Dividends, I remember the video for that. Greatest Man Alive, that was stood out. What's Going On, Once More You Hear the Dope Stuff. The album was well received. It was 122nd on the Billboard chart. Not very high, but it was on the charts. The group was known for their terminology, and the group was definitely original with their style, which is rare back in the late 80s, and that's true. You know, I'll break down why they were so unique and underrated with this album. So you look at this album that came out in 88, it's very innovative with their production. Thanks to six people tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. They had their signature slang and dynamic, clean-cut lyricism on MC EST. 14 people tuning in. Thank you. It defined a unique Philadelphia sound that helped put the city on the map, hip-hop-wise, during the New York dominated era, and that's so true. Because when you look at Philadelphia, you had Schoolie D, Steady B, Cool C. Thanks for the 4 people tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. 4 people did that. Okay, great. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. You had Steady B, Cool C, Schoolie D, people like that, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing in the Philadelphia market. And you had 3 Times Dope. Had some other artists probably, no, yeah, DJ Jeff and the Fresh Prince. What they did was different. MC EST was definitely different. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at what they did, man, they was different. First off, look at their slang, their terminology. Nicholas, ACKNICKULOUS, Nicholas, ACKNICKULOUS, Nicholas. That's a term that EST used. It was describing his unusual, unorthodox style. So he had his own original style, his own original slang. The things that he was talking about was different. That term, Nicholas, no rapper was using that. Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, no rapper was coming up with that kind of slang. Nicholas. That's what you had to do. You had to be different. That's why this album had to be called Original Stylin' for a reason. Because they were doing something that was original. They had their own original style coming from Philly. And then you look at the signature production by Chuck Nice, the fresh sample heavy beats that bounce the era's raw, hardcore edge with smooth, accessible jazz and funk loops, clean but technical MCing. EST proved that you could be deeply dope without relying on profanity. He ain't have to curse. His intricate rhyme patterns and boastful charisma set a new bar for regional rappers. Timeless singles. Funky Dividends. That was a great banger of a song. Greatest Man Alive was a staple. Not only reached 122 on the Billboard charts, but the rugged Philly bounce heavily influenced the East Coast boom bap sound. That's why it's underrated. Definitely underrated. All right, 3 times dope, man. That's it. So I'll be back this evening at 6 o'clock this evening to continue on the underrated classic albums journey. Now I'll be reaching into the top 5. So it gets even more interesting. The top 5 underrated classic albums. I'll be doing 4, 5, 4, 3. I'm also going to do 2. See, I may do 2. Yeah. The second underrated classic album. Do that tonight as well. So until then, thanks for people tuning in right now. 11 people tuning in, 10 people, 4 people hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. That helps the channel. So until then, talk to you soon. Talk to you tonight at 6 o'clock.